So only this class is enough to clear the module 5. Okay, so kindly concentrate now. Module 5 consists of two parts. The one is ideal gas and the other one is the real gas. Okay, the ideal gas is part A and real gas is part B. Okay, most probably there would be not be any kind of shuffling in that. Uh, but yet you have to read both of the things, which are very much easy. Okay, so ideal, first of all, let us try to understand what do you mean by an ideal gas. Okay, and there is another gas known as a real gas. Okay, and one more gas is called as a perfect gas. So what is the differentiation between all these gases? See, these are all the assumptions. Like you can say a particular gas is an ideal. You can say a particular gas is a real. You can say a particular gas is a perfect based on certain criteria. So what is this criteria? Anyone know about it? What is the criteria that you can bifurcate it as an ideal? You can say it as real or you can say it as a perfect. Any one of this from any one of yours know about it? Yes. Okay. PV is equals to, there is an ideal gas equation, isn't it? So ideal gas equation is equals to PV is equals to mRT. So whether it is PV is equals to mRT or PV is equals to nRT, which one is correct?
NRT, sir.
Both
NRT.
NRT.
Okay, nRT is correct according to you.
MRT, sir.
Okay, mRT is
Both.
both are correct. So we shall discuss about it. What is M and what is N in very detail in this class, which is very, very important for all the problems. We shall discuss it. Okay, so both of the things as of now, we will consider it as an ideal gas equation. Now, ideal gases are those gases which obey these equations, correct? Which obey these equations at all sort of temperatures and all sort of pressures. So such kind of equation, such kind of gases are known as ideal gases. So what are ideal gases? Ideal gases are the gases which obey these equations at all temperatures and pressures. Okay. So that is your ideal gas. Now, what is the real gas? What is the real gas?
So real gases are non-ideal and they interact.
They interact as it. So that means if there is a gas flowing in a pipe like this, if it was an ideal gas, there would be no intermolecular force of attraction like this. Okay, the molecules will not get attracted between each other. So in case of an ideal gas, but in real gases, it does. So that's why I can simply say the real gas is a gas which does not obey, correct? Which does not obey a ideal gas equation. Okay. A real gas is a gas which does not obey the ideal gas equation. So that is a real gas. And all your gases, 100%, not even 99%, all the gases are the real gases in the nature. There is no ideal gas in the nature. Okay. So all gases are real gases. Now, what do you mean by a perfect gas? So we have known what is ideal gas, what is real gas. Now we have to know what is a perfect gas. So it is very simple. Ideal gas does not obey. Ideal gas obeys the equation. Real gas does not obey the equation. Whereas a perfect gas are nothing but the real gases. Okay. Perfect gases are nothing but the real gases, but which obeys the ideal gas equation. Okay, real gases obeying the ideal gas equation are known as a perfect gas. Sir, you said if real gas obeys the ideal gas equation, it must be ideal gas, right? So what is the criteria is, see, ideal gases obeys the ideal gas equation at all temperatures and at all pressure. But whereas the perfect gas, which is a real gas, basically it is a real gas, obeys the ideal gas equation at a certain pressure at a certain temperature. So you can remember this. It is LP, low pressure, and HT, high temperature. So low pressure and high temperature at these two particular points, your real gas will obey the ideal gas equation, and such a gas is known as a perfect gas. Okay, got the things right now. Shall we move on? All the things would be provided in the notes, man, so don't worry about the notes. Uh, just keep it aside. At the end of the class, I will distribute. You can write it later. But understanding the concepts is very, very important for the Module 5. There are n number of definitions, n number of concepts here, new concepts, so kindly concentrate. So it did not allow me to join the studies. Okay, man, while marking the attendance, please remind Munal, okay? Okay, fine. So this is about the ideal gas, the real gas, and the perfect gas. Now we shall try to understand different types of definitions which come across here, okay? Now, what is difference between these two? It has already been learned in the module 1. I want you to answer. So this is the capital V and this is the small v. So what is the difference between these two? What is the difference?
Velocity equal to capital V.
Velocity.
Volume and velocity.
Volume and velocity. Now, velocity, have we ever thought of velocity in thermodynamics? Harshit? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So have we ever discussed about velocity in thermodynamics?
Sir.
Hmm?
No, sir.
Then how come velocity will come here?
Volume.
Which, okay, both are volumes.
Specific volume and the intensive property.
Okay, so capital V is just volume, okay, whereas the small v is the specific volume. So this is what we have discussed, is it? So capital V is volume and small v is the specific volume. Similar, it goes with the other parameters also. Capital H, enthalpy, and small h is your specific enthalpy. Okay, so this we have discussed. Keep this in mind. So what is the relationship between capital V and small v, which is volume and specific volume? So what is the relationship between these two? Yes. What is the relationship? Between these two?
Capital V equal to small b by m.
Capital V is equals to small v by m. Is that correct? Is this correct? Chirant, Lucky, Devdarsh, Rajat and Ritik. So is the formula or the relationship given by Pratik is correct or wrong? Karthik, correct. So I have a doubt like whether the specific volume is capital V by M. So I say this could be the correct. So both the things are there. Okay, number 1 and number 2. So which one is correct?
Number 2, sir.
Number 2. Okay. How many of you say it is number 2? Number 2 is correct. How many of you say number 1 is correct?
Number 2.
Number 2 is it?
Number 2 is correct, sir.
That's what. So, yes. So, always remember your specific properties will be the actual property divided by mass. If you divide an actual property, with mass, then you will get a specific property. Okay, specific property when you divide an actual property with a mass, you will get a specific property. Keep this in mind, very important. Okay, here the small h, which is specific enthalpy, is equals to capital H divided by m. Okay, capital H divided by m. So this is how it goes. Okay, before entering into the definitions and all these concepts, okay, I want you to analyze what do you mean by Boyle's law? What do you mean by Charles' law? And last one is Gay-Lussac's law. Okay, what do you mean by Boyle's law? What is Charles' law? And what is Gay-Lussac's law? Anyone, guys? What do you mean by Boyle's law? I say in a Boyle's law, the temperature remains constant. So PV is equals to MRT. So the entire thing in the RHS is constant. So I can write PV is equals to constant. I can write P is inversely proportional to V. That means in Boyle's law, it says at a constant temperature, the pressure will be inversely proportional to volume. That is your Boyle's law. Give me Charles' law and Gay-Lussac's law now. Yes. Have you heard of this?
Sir, in
I think.
Charles' law, pressure is constant.
Excellent. So in the Charles law, the pressure is constant. So if I keep my pressure to be constant, okay, if I keep my pressure to be constant, what happens? Apply the PV is equals to MRT equation. If pressure is constant, this, and this are constant. So volume will be directly proportional to the temperature. Volume is directly proportional to the temperature, which is stated by the Charles law. Now, what is Gay-Lussac? What is Gay-Lussac?
So Gay-Lussac's law states that volume is constant and temperature varies. It is directly proportional to the pressure. When the temperature varies, pressure also varies.
That's what. So Gay-Lussac's law, I can say PV is equals to MRT for the Gay-Lussac's law. Volume, mass, and gas constant is a constant. So pressure is directly proportional to the temperature. That is what the Gay-Lussac's law states. So these are very, very important. All these are being cleanly explained in the notes, which you will be getting soon. Avin sari call ಮಾಡಿ sir. Okay. Yes, what was I? Charles law, Boyle's law, and Gay-Lussac's law. Just remember these laws. Okay. Next. Now, there is a differentiation between mass, which is small m, and molar mass, which is indicated by capital M. Anyone know the difference between these two? Anyone knows the difference between these two? Mass and a molar mass. I can even say molar mass is also called as the molecular weight of a substance, of a gas or a substance. Okay, even it is also called as molecular mass also. Okay, it is also called as molecular mass. Okay, anyone knows the difference between these two? Okay. So mass you already know. Mass is calculated in terms of kgs, but let me understand what is molar mass, which is very, very important for the further problems in this. Okay. Now, there is a concept known as a mole. Okay. What do you mean by mole, which is indicated by n? Number of moles is nothing but indicated by small n. Okay. What is this mole concept? Anyone knows?
Unit of molar mass, sir.
It's a unit of a molar mass, not exactly, man. Unit of molar mass. Okay, you have said that particular thing, so that's why I'll be explaining that particular thing now. So, unit of a molar mass is mass divided by number of moles. Okay, that is your capital M. That means I can say capital M is equals to small m divided by n. Okay, that means your unit could be m would be in kgs and n is in number of moles. So you can just write it at kg per mole. So kg per mole is your unit of the molar mass. So in order to understand all this, first I might have to define what is a mole, is it? Okay, there is a number which is very much familiar. Okay, there is a number which is very, very familiar, which is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 or something. Hello? 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 Hello?
Yes, sir.
Uh, okay, so I was talking about the mole, is it? Yes. Now, 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Hope you have heard this number anywhere in your.
Avogadro number.
Exactly. So, this is called as what? The Avogadro's number. So, this Avogadro's number has a lot of significance here. Okay. What is this Avogadro's number? It is the number of particles. So, hello, class 11. Okay. The significance of the Avogadro's number is, in order to define a mole, suppose I take a substance like this. Okay. In this amount of substance, there are huge number of particles like this. There are huge number of particles. Please do understand, this is very, very important to understand the concepts very clearly. Okay. Now, you have large number of particles within the system. Okay. Now, if I start to count one by one, if I start to count the number of particles within this system, if it reaches 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. If the count of my particles reaches 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23, then I can say that this particular quantity is of 1 mole. Got my point? Got my
Yes,
point,
sir.
guys?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so if there are totally 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 particles, then it is said to be 1 mole. So mole is a concept of calculating the particles, not the mass. Keep this in mind. So mole is a concept of calculating the particles. Got the meaning of a mole? What is 1 mole? What is 1 mole? What is 1 mole, Rajat? Rajat S. Madiwal.
Yes, sir.
What is 1 mole? What do you mean by 1 mole, Rajat? 1 mole of a substance is nothing but it is a number of particles which is equal to 6 point Avogadro's number, which is 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay. Now, you got the meaning of a mole, right? 1 mole. Yes or no, Rajat?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, listen here. So you know the mass, which is represented by small m. I told you the molar mass, or it is also called as the molecular weight, okay, which is represented by capital M, is given by mass divided by number of moles. Okay, when you divide a mass divided by number of moles, you get what? You get the molar mass or the molecular weight of a substance. Molecular weight of a substance. So that is the difference between the mass and the molar mass. So mass is unit is kg, whereas the molar mass unit is kg per mole. Okay, keep this in mind, very important. Now, coming to the PV is equals to mRT equation here. Okay, now here the R is known as particular gas constant. Okay, what R is known as? R is known as the particular gas constant. Okay, now there is a concept called as R dash, which is known as the universal gas constant. Okay, so R dash is universal gas constant. Now, R is particular gas constant. What is the difference between these two is, see, universal gas constant in the sense, it can be applied for any gas in this universe. In the entire universe, you can use this value of R dash for any gas. So that you, what do you mean by the universal gas constant? Now, what do you mean by R is a particular gas constant? Just an R without any dash above it. So, what do you mean by particular gas constant? Particular gas constant in the sense it will be having different value for the different individual gases. That means R for CO2 is different, R for NO2 is different, R for N2 is different. All the values of R for the different gases are different. That's why it is known as the particular gas constant. It is particular for a particular gas. That is its meaning. Okay. Now, what is the relationship between the universal gas constant and the particular gas constant is very interesting. So R, which is your particular gas constant, is equal to universal gas constant divided by the molecular mass or the molar mass. Got it? Okay. So what is the relationship between the particular gas constant and the universal gas constant? R is equals to, which is the particular gas constant, is equals to universal gas constant divided by molecular mass or molecular weight. Okay, keep this in mind, which is very, very important. Okay, and at the end of the session, I'll be asking each and everyone a particular question. Kindly concentrate. Okay, now if I take this ideal gas equation here, okay, what I'll be doing now is, so PV is equals to, okay, now M as it is. Now R can be replaced as what? R dash divided by M. I'll be substituting the value of R as R dash divided by M into T. Okay. Now, I know the relationship between M and N, okay, which is the molecular mass is equals to mass divided by number of moles. From this, the number of moles is equals to mass divided by molecular mass. Yes or no? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So can I just replace M divided by capital M divided by capital M into N here? Can I do that?
Yes.
So it is N R dash T. So PV is equals to, it could be either of these expressions. Number one, first form of ideal gas expressions, or second form of ideal gas equation. Okay, the first one is PV is equals to MRT, where it is in terms of the particular gas constant, and PV is equals to NR dash T. It could be MRT or NR dash T. Okay, NR dash T, where R dash is nothing but your universal gas constant. Okay, any doubts here until now? Sushant.
Yes, sir.
So what is the relationship between the particular gas constant and universal gas constant?
Uh, R is equal to R dash by M, sir.
In terms of words, you have to say.
Particular gas constant is equal to universal gas constant by mass.
Is it the mass, Sushant? Be very
Molecular mass, sir.
careful there. There is a huge lot of difference. Small m is your mass. Capital M is your molar mass or molecular weight. Okay, whether it is small m or capital M there.
Capital M, sir.
Okay, be very careful. Okay.
Okay.
Next, Darshan Yes Shetty. Darshan Yes Shetty. So Darshan, so what is the relationship between mass and the molar mass? What is yes, mass and the molar mass. Just a minute. What is the relationship between those two? Mass and the molar mass. Yes, Darshan. Okay, Chirayu can answer this. Chirayu, I think he has a network issue. Chirayu.
Yes, sir.
So what is the relationship between the mass and the molar mass? Chirayu. Vignesh.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Vignesh. So give me the two different forms of ideal gas equation.
Real gas and
Yes. PV is equals to
PV equal to MRT.
MRT. The other form is? The other form is? It's on your screen, man. What's the problem in just looking at it and saying it?
PV equal to MRT.
Okay, the other form. Second form. Shiraju is not there.
PV equal to MRT, sir.
Okay, man, Vignesh, what is the second form? That is your first form. PV is equals to MRT. Okay, in terms of universal gas constant, you say, whatever you have said, PV is
PV
equals to
equal to
MRT.
NRT, sir.
Is it in N only RT? Only RT? Respond fast. Vignesh.
So, don't know, sir.
So, were you there while I was teaching, Vignesh?
Yes, sir. I am there, sir.
Sure.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So listen here. So PV is equals to MRT is your first form, which include just R there. Okay. Seeing that figure? So here it is just R. R indicates it is a particular gas constant. Okay. When you say about N, so when you say about N, it is R dash. So when you say in terms of N, it
Universal
is R dash. So R dash is nothing but the universal gas constant here.
gas constant.
Okay. So that is the difference. So what is the difference between R and R dash? What is the difference between R and R dash?
Particular gas constant and universal gas constant.
Okay. Now say me the two different forms of ideal gas equation, Vignesh.
PV equal to MRT and PV equal to mass, universal gas constant and temperature.
Mass, universal gas constant and temperature. If there is a mass, whether you will get universal gas constant or particular gas constant.
Number of mass.
What do you mean by number of mass? Number of moles, Vignesh. Vignesh, there is a task for you. Within the end of the class, you have to say me all the concepts which were taught. Clear?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Keep reading it. Okay. Next is Devdarsh.
Yes, sir.
So give me the two forms of ideal gas equation.
PV is equal to NRT and
PV is equals to
NRT
N.
R bar T.
Okay, that's correct. PV is equals to N R bar T. What is the other form?
PV is equal to MRT.
Okay, so what is the difference between these two? What is M, what is R, what is N, and what is R dash?
R dash is a universal gas constant.
Yes, correct.
R is particular gas constant.
Yes, very good.
M is mass.
M is mass, very good.
Yeah, let's see.
N is
And
number of
number of parts.
moles. What it
Moles.
is?
Number of moles.
Number of moles. N is the number of moles. In this particular topic, that is in your module 5, always have a habit of saying small n, capital N, small m, capital M. Okay, because small m has a separate meaning and capital M has a separate meaning. So always have that a habit. Even the small n is what here? Just look here, guys. So small n is number of moles. Okay, whereas the capital N is number of particles. Okay. So what do you mean by small n and capital N? Small n is number of moles, whereas the capital N is the number of particles. So keep this in mind, which are very, very important. Okay. Now let us proceed further. Okay. Now, so what is small v? What is small v? Yes, Marvin? What is small v?
Specific volume.
Specific volume, is it? So specific volume is the volume divided by the mass of the substance, is it? That is your specific volume. Now say this, the volume divided by the n. What is n? N is number of moles. Okay, so the volume divided by number of moles is your molar specific volume. Okay. So difference between specific volume and molar specific volume is that specific volume is volume divided by mass, whereas the molar specific volume is the volume divided by number of moles. Okay, molar specific volume is indicated by V bar. Okay, the molar specific volume is indicated by V bar. Okay, so this is all about the concepts, the basic concepts of your ideal gases. Okay, clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us now try to understand what do you mean by the word partial pressure. If there's anything left, I will just see. Okay. Previous system covered, Boyles law covered, Boyles law, lussac law. Tilak. ತಿಲಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ ನೀನು ಡೋರ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಬಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ okay so this is all about the thing guys there are a few problems I guess I missed it I'll just cover those problems and end the class okay mole fraction okay so this is your problem in this particular problem he says it is these type of problems will never be asked in our examination these are problems which are used to understand the concepts of whatever we have discussed okay just pay attention here so what is the volume occupied by 6 kg so what is this 6 kg it is the m the value of m which has been given of the nitrogen okay of the nitrogen of capital M so this is your capital M kg per kilomole so it is kg per mole okay it is your capital M which is the molar mass let me take a pen which is the molar mass so how much is the molar mass it is 28 kg per kilomole at 1 bar pressure and 27 degrees Celsius okay so this is the statements given and you are supposed to calculate the volume okay you can use PV is equals to MRT for that okay PV is equals to MRT and carry out the procedure okay now for calculation of V so you need to calculate what is V is it so V is your unknown parameter so you must know what is P you must know what is M you must know what is R and you must know what is T P P, it has been given directly as 1 bar here. So 1 bar is nothing but 1 into 10 to the power of 5 or 1.01325 into 10 to the power of 5, which is atmospheric. You can just directly write it. That is done. So yum has been given as 6 kg, no issue. R you must calculate. Okay. What is the value of R? What is the value of R?
R dash by capital.
So it is R dash divided by capital M. So you have to remember what is the value of R dash. Okay. What is the value of R dash, guys?
6.31.
He has given whether it is right or wrong.
8.31.
Wrong, sir.
8.31.
This is 8.314 is the value of R. Okay. Which is in joules per kilomole Kelvin. So that is the unit. Okay, let me write it neatly. Okay, so 8.314 joules per kilomole Kelvin. So that is the unit of your R dash. So just R dash divided by capital M is your particular gas constant. Now what are you doing? You are extracting the gas constant for the nitrogen from the universal gas constant. Okay, universal gas constant, I told you, it can be applied for any of the gas. So its value was 8.314 joules per kilomole Kelvin. Okay, so divided by the molar mass of the nitrogen, then you will get the value of R for the nitrogen. Okay, once you get the value of R, I think you can calculate what is the volume using this expression, which is given. Just substitute the value of M, R, T, and P. You will get the volume as 5.34 meter cube. No need to copy it. It is already. I will share this PDF with you. Okay. Okay. Any doubts in this problem? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, the last problem one, which is very easy. Okay, let us look into it. Air confined in a piston cylinder mechanism expands from 10 bar 22 degrees Celsius 0.01 meter cube to 1 bar 27 degrees Celsius. Find the final volume, which is very easy. So you can just use P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. Okay, in this particular expression, P1, V1, T1 is given, P2 is given, T2 is given. You can calculate your V2. As simple as that. It is 0.06 meter cube. Okay, that's it. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Okay, let me call upon the attendance now. Answer very fast. Abdul Sami.
Present, sir.
Abdul Sami. Okay. Next is Chandan Rao P. Abdul Rahim.
Present, sir.
Okay. Next is Akash.
Present, sir.
Next is Paratesh. Devdarsh.
Present, sir.
So I asked you to answer all the questions, is it? Devdarsh?
Yes.
Okay. Harshit, keep reading. Harshit.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Okay.
Someone else.
Hey, everything has to be done by you. Hashir.
Present, sir.
Next is Hazim.
Present, sir.
Srijan.
Present, sir.
Next is Kiran Kumar. Kishan Kotian. Chirayu, you did not respond to me, man. That's why I marked you absent. Lucky Somarna. Kishan Kotian. Malatesh.
Present, sir. Lucky present, sir. Sorry.
Okay. Malatesh. Melroy. Mervin. Mohammed Khalid. Mohammed Munawar is. Okay.
Sir, present. And also yesterday.
Yes, Munawar, Khalid, and Ahmad present. Mohan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Next is Mohammed Surei.
Present, sir.
Nishan. Marvin also Markman. Nishan. Nitesh.
Present, sir.
Nishan, okay. Okay. Nitesh. Okay. Numan. Numan. Numan is not there. Pradeep Shetty.
Present, sir.
Next is Praveen.
Present, sir.
Next is Rahit.
Present, sir.
Next is Raj Prasad.
Present, sir.
Rajat.
Present, sir.
Rakesh. Ramachandra. Next is Ritik. Next is Syed Anwar. Sohan.
Present, sir.
Siddesh PN.
Present, sir.
Saurabh Shetty Srinivasan. Stephen.
Present, sir.
Sujan. Sushant. Sujan is there. Sushant is there. Vaibhav. Varun. Vignesh. Wayne.
Present,
Swaroop.
sir. Present, sir.
Okay.
Present, sir.
Okay. Next is Chirant is there.
Present, sir.
Karthik is there. Darshan Shetty is there. Prakyat.
Present, sir.
Okay. Next is Praveen Nair, not there. Cyril Vikas. Yeah, Darshan have marked you. Swaroop have marked you.
Present,
Cyril
sir. Cyril.
Vikas.
Present, sir.
Darshan Shetty.
Present, sir.
Okay. Next is Midlaj. Narendra Naik.
Present, sir.
Omar. Next Pratik Kesi. Vachanath
present, sir.
Shetty. Ritesh Kumar.
Test
Next is
exam, sir.
okay. Vishnu Raj.
Present, sir.
Okay, that's all for today, men. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes. Who is this?
Marvin Lance, sir. Latter entry.
Okay. Your name has been not been listed here, I guess, right?
I have no idea, sir, but it's Marvin Lance. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fine. When did you join?
Yesterday, sir. Yesterday afternoon, I guess. Like I've just done my admission yesterday.
You have done your admissions yesterday. So fine.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
Marvin Lance.
Can you just message me in the chat box?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Message me your name, your contact number, your parent contact number, and your email address. Okay.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Marvin Lance.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Next. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, man.
Yeah.